Hey there, Jessica here. Thank you so much for speaking with me this morning and accepting this free video. I am super excited that you did because today I'm going to walk you through 3 strategies you can start applying right away, and it's really going to make a huge difference in your business. And I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's made a huge impact in their business. So, as you can see, we are here on your website. Okay, you got a good looking website. I like the click to call button here. That's important. Over the last 18 months, Google has done a ton of algorithm changes for what they want to see and how they're going to rank websites. Okay, so being mobile first is absolutely really critical. And content as well. Everything needs to be people first, mobile first. And so making it super easy on your customers, giving them the information that they're actually looking for, not giving just generic niche information. Okay. You do need to have really good navigation, which you guys do. Navigation needs to be in the order of importance. You've got your emergency services first and water damage first, which is great. Google requires separate pages for all your major services, which you also have. So really good job on that. We just want to make sure we have those pages, that each page is going after the local keywords, not the near me keywords. Okay, I've noticed that a lot of your pages, especially your service area pages, rather than focusing on the keywords people are actively searching, you're just using the generic near me keyword. And unfortunately, near me is actually a national term. Google is proximity based, so wherever somebody is searching, is there near me. So just because somebody lands on your page with a near me doesn't mean it's actually somebody in your service area. Okay, we have to focus on the local keywords. So if your main area is Ventura, then your home page and all your service pages need to be Ventura. And then your service area pages need to focus on that specific area. Okay, people search differently. You want to capitalize on the ways people search. Now, Google wants you to have these separate service pages because that's going to allow you to focus one entire page on everything to do with that service. Like for water damage, it could be like different types of water intrusion, how they occur, what to do when you find it, what is that process? What does your process look like? What type of equipment are you going to use? It just really gives them really good quality information, and it showcases you as an expert in that service. Okay. Now, as far as your homepage goes, like I said, content is critical here. Content is everything. It's your images, videos. Let's see. Everything needs to be optimized. So this says it's a stock photo. So these aren't optimized. You need to optimize with the local keywords. 90% of the time when people are searching, they don't know who you are, so they're not going to be searching total restoration or a brand. They're going to be searching the local term for that service. So it's going to be like Ventura water damage repair Ventura, water cleanup Ventura, etc. Okay, so we have to focus on the keywords people are actually searching, so that you can get the most potential customers to your website. And this content throughout the whole homepage needs to be at least 1,500 words or more of written content. Okay, if our competition has more than 1,500 words, you need more than they have. Okay, every time we're competing against somebody, we have to do better than they're doing. And so we need more content. So you do have a little bit of content here, but not a whole lot. So you definitely have to work on your content and keyword strategy. You definitely have the pages that you need. You just need to really refine that content and keyword strategy. That's going to be absolutely critical for you. If we look at your top competitor in Ventura, it's this water damage services. I don't know if this is actually a legitimate company or if it's just a lead gen for somebody. But either way, it is getting a good chunk of the volume for Ventura. They do have a click to call phone number. They have their navigation set up with the order of importance, with water damage being number 1. They have these important call outs here. And we can see that they are going after Ventura keywords. Pretty generic information, honestly. And they don't have a whole lot of content. So these guys are actually going to be super easy to beat with a content keyword strategy. We just have to do better. More pages, better content, and more content on the page, more blog articles, etc. Okay, all of those things are going to be important. Now we know when your customers do a search, sorry about that, I didn't reset the page. Okay, when customers do a search, they'll do a search similar to this. And when they do, there's 3 main areas your business has the opportunity to show up in the top positions for, okay? The first are generally going to be ads. Those are these local service ads and cost per click ads like these, okay? Those can be really profitable and lucrative as long as you have everything dialed in, your processes are dialed in, and they'll work for you as long as you're paying those ads, okay? But you stop the ads, the leads go away. Okay, this next section here, this is your map pack, your Google business profile. This section is really critical because 30% of people come straight to the maps and don't go anywhere else. And so if you're not in this top 3 area for your area and the services, then you're losing that 30% of your revenue every single month and basically just giving it to your competitor. So in order to be in this top 3, there are several factors, but the most important is something called citations. And that is simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, and placing those in a bunch of directories like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, Home Advisor, and even your social media profiles are citations. So we need to get more of those than our competition as well, and that's going to give you a big boost into the maps. And this third section here, this is the most critical section. This is your organic section. This is where 60 to 70% of people come. So they will skip over the maps, they'll skip over the ads, and they'll come straight here. So when your website doesn't show up here for these searches in each of your service areas, then you're losing that 60 to 70% of the jobs every single month. Okay, so in order for your website to show up here, it all comes back to the foundation of this site. Do you have it properly built out with the right type of content and keyword strategy? And that's so critical because Google is sending bots to your website. They send these crawlers, which are mini little robots, and they go and they scan every single image, video, and written content to understand what your website is about, looking for keywords to index. And if they don't have that enough information or they're unable to interpret it, they can't get them indexed for you, so they're not going to send people to your website, okay? So once you have that dialed in, then you need to support that with a backlink SEO strategy. And so if we look here, this is Ahrefs, a paid tool that helps us analyze websites. And this here says that your website has a rating of a 7 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, which isn't terrible, but Google still doesn't really trust your website that much, okay? And so this is partly to do with the website, but more so it's the power we're sending to the website. And your website is a really important tool. And so like most tools, they require power. So we power websites with backlinks, which are simply just getting links from another website to your website, and it pushes the power from another site to your site, okay? And so we want to go after backlinks, but not all backlinks are created equal. We only want the good quality do-follow links that are closely related to your services. So these oftentimes come from other home service websites, vendors, and directories, okay? So the more of those good quality ones that we get, the higher the score gets, the more Google trusts you, the more it's going to want to show your website. The more it's going to help you rank those keywords, okay? Now you have actually been indexed for 33 keywords, and you're getting about 76 people to your website. And when we look at the keywords here, fire damage near me, smoke damage near me, those are getting some of your keywords. You do have biohazard cleanup of Ventura. So you do have a couple keywords that are actually on the home page or close to the home page. Okay, this is second page here, yet you still get some volume. But there's no guarantee on near me's that those are actually here. This 800 search volume is national. This is not local volume. Okay, we want to focus on local keywords. The people landing on your page, you can actually help. Okay, doesn't help if people from New York are landing on your page. So your content and keyword strategy are going to be really, really important. And then even as you get on the first page, you want to keep working these keywords to get as high to the top as possible, because the higher you are in rank, the more of this local volume you can get, okay? Highest positions can get over 30% of that volume. Now, if we look at your competitor here, they have a really low score with 2.1. So we have to do better than they are, better quality links, of course. They only have 8 keywords, yet they're getting 158 people to their website. And that's only because they're in these top positions here for these keywords. They're all local keywords. Water damage restoration Ventura, water damage restoration Ventura CA, water damage Ventura, and they have decent volume here, okay? But they're ranking for those. So that's how they're getting that traffic. So these guys are absolutely going to be beatable. You just have to do better, okay? So I hope that you found this information to be helpful. Please feel free to take this information, run with it, and apply it yourself, and start helping more people. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in growth, at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty. We specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to ask any questions that you might have, respond to my email, or give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.